Well, Apple posting stronger than expected earnings for its latest quarter, as we've been telling you, but analysts had lowered their estimates due to concerns about slowing iPhone sales growth. Kadina Group president and Fox News contributor Gary B. Smith joins me now. Good morning, Gary. So good to see you. I want to get to this conversation about services in a second, but first I want to talk about these results overall, which were just on fire. So many concerns from traders and investors walking up to this, and in the end we saw just crushing expectations, driving smartphone revenues up 14%, profit 25% higher. They had $100 billion in buybacks, and this is bigger than the market cap of Ford and GM combined. Just amazing. Is this stock going to hit a new high?
I do. I think the story with Apple is, as you point out, it's not only a hardware company, obviously with the iPhone, the iPad, the iPods, all their i stuff. But more importantly, it's transitioning, as you alluded to become a services company. I'm going to give you one number, 270 million. That's the number of subscribers they have across all their services, the Apple Pay, the App Store, the music. Right. That number was only 100 million a year ago. That's the story with Apple.
So that's a near triple, right? Pretty impressive.
Exactly.
But let me tell you, those handsets only grew by about 3%. Isn't this, I mean, you know, Tim Cook and company, they were all over this theme. That's what they were talking about on the conference call.
Right.
But isn't that a diversion, really, from what's really important to earnings, to EPS and revenue growth?
It is right now. It depends, I guess, what your horizon is. If you think of Apple, what it's going to look like, what they think it's going to look like, albeit in 5-10 years, where services is 50-60% of their revenue, then it's a great story. If you still think, well, they're kind of like IBM was back in the 80s, they talk services, but they were still a mainframe company, then maybe it's a little disappointing. I still think they have a big potential with the hardware, with all the sales that were kind of tamped down in China and overseas with the iPhone. There's still a big market there, but you're right. They have to start to make that transition. Otherwise, yeah, they do risk becoming a dinosaur.
Well, I just want to mention, you know, all of these FANG stocks, Amazon, Facebook, Google, and Apple, average report on earnings up 28%. I mean, that's phenomenal. But you say the real tech stock to watch today is actually Tesla. Why?
Well, I do. Well, first of all, it's the biggest name, I think, probably announcing today. And it's not so much Tesla. I mean, they haven't made a profit like forever. But what they're doing on pushing the boundaries, Musk is on all the, you know, the technological innovation. He's got his hand in everything from, you know, robotics to artificial intelligence to, you know, the whole solar thing. So it's really what they're, you know, looking for as announcements. Can this company ever make a profit without the help of the government? I'm not so sure. I think it's an exciting story, though.
It's an exciting story, but do you think they'll ever be able to execute? I mean, that's the real issue at the heart of it, right? Elon Musk has this great, big, wide-ranging vision. He sees all kinds of things happening. He wanted AI in the production line. He wanted to produce those cars with robots. Right. That didn't happen. He had to retrench on that. Can he make these things happen? Is he a visionary that can make, you know, products and turn them around for Americans? I mean, come on.
I think he can, but only if he partners with a nuts and bolts, in this case, car company. Look, car sales are all about feet on the ground and distribution. If people can, here I live in sleepy little Vero Beach. It'd be very difficult for me to go out and buy a Tesla, but I can go out and buy a Chrysler, a Chevy, you know, any other car, just by going to a dealership. That's what they need in order for Tesla to succeed. If they team up in that area, you know, with a General Motors or Ford, whatever, I think they can. On their own, it's going to be difficult.
I got to tell you, Gary, sleepy little Vero Beach looks very good this morning to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.